You talk to your cat, don't you? You tell them about your day. You ask if they're hungry. You call them over for cuddles. And sometimes you get the distinct, crystal-clear feeling that they are deliberately ignoring you. They look at you, maybe give you a slow blink, and then simply turn away. It's frustrating, isn't it? It makes you wonder, do they understand a single thing I'm saying, or am I just a talking food dispenser in their eyes? The answer, backed by science, is more fascinating than you think. Unlike dogs, who are wired to please us, cats operate on a different system, a cost-benefit analysis. They're like brilliant freelancers, not model employees. So today we're going much deeper than just 5 little words. We will unveil 7 categories of sounds your cat's brain is programmed to decode, and what you'll learn about the infamous word no might just change everything. Let's start with the most fundamental. Number 1, their name. Yes, science confirms it. Your cat knows its name. A study published in Scientific Reports showed that cats react specifically to their own name, even when spoken by a stranger, distinguishing it from other similar-sounding words. But here's the trick few people know. The cat doesn't interpret its name as a "come here" command, but as a "hey, I'm talking to you." It's an alert signal. Their subsequent reaction depends entirely on how you say it and what has happened the previous times you've called them. Pro tip: avoid using their name almost exclusively for scolding them or for trips to the vet. They will associate their name with negative experiences. Instead, use it right before mealtime, before a play session, before a cuddle. Create a positive association, and you will see their responsiveness increase dramatically. If you're already finding these scientific insights fascinating and want to truly master the art of cat communication, I'll ask for a small favor that makes a huge difference for us. Please click the subscribe button and hit that notification bell. You'll help our community of cat lovers grow and allow us to produce more helpful content just like this. Thank you so much, and now let's move on to the next point. Number 2, the magic food-related words. Here we enter the realm of classical conditioning. This is the powerful learning process famously identified by the scientist Pavlov in his experiments with dogs, where the brain creates an unbreakable link between a neutral signal and an immediate reward. Words like dinner, snack, treat, or even the specific sound of a can being opened are not understood linguistically, but they are powerful triggers. The cat's brain has created a very strong and infallible connection. That sound was immediate reward. It's interesting to note that cats are masters at distinguishing these words even when whispered or embedded in a complex sentence. Their attention is tuned to those frequencies. Pro tip: want to teach your cat a new word? Choose a simple, unique word, like yes, and say it exactly 1 second before giving them their favorite treat. Repeat this exercise every day. In a few weeks, the word yes alone will elicit a positive reaction in them. And now for what I believe is the most important point of all. Number 3, the real secret, the tone of your voice. If you remember only one thing from this video, let it be this. For a cat, how you say something is infinitely more important than what you say. Cats are extremely sensitive to frequencies. A high-pitched, sweet, almost baby talk tone mimics the meows of kittens to their mother. It communicates safety, affection, and friendly intent. Conversely, a low, harsh, and loud tone of voice is perceived as threatening, similar to the growl of a predator or a rival. You can say, "I love you so much" in an angry tone and your cat will hide. And you can say, "You are a disaster" in a sweet tone and they will purr. Pro tip: when you want to reassure your cat or invite them to come to you, slightly raise the pitch of your voice, make it more musical and soft. Observe their reaction. You will see their ears turn towards you and their body relax. This leads us straight to the great misunderstanding. Number 4, the word no. Does a cat understand no? Absolutely. But they don't process it as a moral obligation. As we said before, their brain runs a quick calculation. Okay, my human made that low, harsh sound that indicates disapproval. What is the consequence if I continue? And what is the reward if I do it anyway? If the pleasure of scratching the sofa outweighs the annoyance of your discontent, the reward wins. That pause they take after your no isn't hesitation. It's their brain processing the data. A 2023 study from the University of Helsinki even correlated a higher tendency to ignore no with higher scores on problem-solving tests. They're not defying you. They're showing you how smart they are. Crucial pro tip: a sharp no on its own is ineffective. The winning strategy is no plus redirection. Say no in a firm but not yelling tone, and immediately offer them a legal and more interesting alternative. Are they scratching the sofa? No. And immediately take them to their scratching post, rewarding them when they use it. Do they want on the counter? No. And toss their favorite toy on the floor. And this is the perfect moment to pause and talk about our own little geniuses. I'm sure this reminds you of your cat. I want to hear about it in the comments below. What is the most intelligent or cheeky thing your cat does when they decide to ignore a no? Let's share our stories and celebrate our smart, rebellious felines. Number 5. Sharp, artificial sounds. The cat's brain is tuned to notice sharp, short sounds because in nature, they signal the presence of small prey. This is why training tools like a clicker are so effective. The click is a consistent sound, devoid of emotional ambiguity, unlike our voice, that can be associated with surgical precision to a desired behavior, followed by a reward. It's a way of saying, yes, that is exactly what I want you to do, in a language the cat finds unmistakable. Pro tip: want to teach your cat to high five? Hold a treat in one hand and the clicker in the other. As soon as their paw touches your hand, an immediate click and then the reward. The cat doesn't learn the command high five, but it understands that the action paw on hand causes a sound that leads to food. Number 6. Verbal routines. Cats are creatures of habit. They don't understand the semantic meaning of good morning, but they perfectly understand that this specific phrase, said in that specific tone every single morning, precedes the blinds being opened and the food bowl being filled. Verbal routines become acoustic cues that structure their day and create predictability. And for a cat, predictability equals safety. They learn to anticipate what is about to happen, which reduces their anxiety. Pro tip: create small routine phrases. One for playing, wanna play, one for bedtime, one for meals. Always use the same words and the same tone. This will not only help you communicate, but will also reinforce the structure and security of their day. And finally, an advanced concept, number 7, strategic silence and slow sounds. Communication isn't just about words. In the feline world, silence and slowness are golden. A direct stare is a threat. A stare broken by a slow blink is the exact opposite. It's a cat kiss, a signal that says, I trust you, I am not a threat. Our own sounds can mimic this slowness. Instead of calling them with a barrage of words, try sitting quietly in the same room and saying their name softly, just once, followed by a slow blink. You are speaking their language. Pro tip: the next time your cat is looking at you, try narrowing your eyes and blinking very, very slowly. If they blink back, even with a slight movement, you have just had a deep and meaningful conversation without saying a word. Now I know what you're thinking. Understanding these 7 points opens up a world of new questions. That's why I've prepared a little bonus section. I've gathered the 10 most searched and interesting questions on this topic, the ones we've all asked ourselves at least once, and I'm going to give you some quick, clear answers to clear up any doubts. Question 1. Do cats understand our emotions like when we're sad or happy? Yes, but not from our words. They are masters at reading our body language and, as we've discussed, the tone of our voice. If you're sad, your tone will be lower and your movement slower. If you're happy, it will be higher and more energetic. They don't understand sadness itself, but they perceive a change in their environment and in their primary human, and they act accordingly. Question 2. Why does my cat meow when I talk to it? Is it trying to answer me? Exactly. This is a behavior cats have developed almost exclusively to communicate with humans, not with each other. By meowing in response, your cat is participating in the conversation in the way it has learned is most effective for getting your attention. It's a wonderful sign of interaction. Question 3. Is it a good idea to meow back at my cat? Do I risk saying something offensive? No risk of offending them at all. Cats don't have a language of meows with specific words. Imitating their sounds in a sweet, high-pitched tone can be a great way to strengthen your bond. You are simply saying, in their preferred channel, I am paying attention to you. I'm here for you. Question 4. My cat isn't motivated by food. How can I communicate effectively without treats? Great question. For cats that aren't food-driven, the reward can be different. It might be a play session with their favorite wand toy, a good brushing, or simply affectionate verbal praise in a sweet tone with lots of petting. The key is to find what they consider a reward. Question 5. How long does it take for an adopted cat to learn its new name? It depends on their past and personality, but generally, it takes anywhere from a few weeks to a couple of months. The secret is consistency. Use their name only in positive contexts: meals, play, cuddles, and never for scolding. Positive association is the key to rapid learning. Question 6. Do cats understand when we point at things? Generally, no, and this is a major difference from dogs. If you point at an object, the cat will most likely look at the tip of your finger, not the object. They don't have this innate social skill. They learn much more easily by following our gaze. Question 7. Besides words, what is the biggest communication mistake we make? Forcing the interaction. Grabbing a cat, forcing them to cuddle, or not giving them an escape route are serious mistakes. The best communication always starts by letting the cat make the first move and dictate the time and manner of the interaction. Question 8. Can a senior cat learn new vocal commands, or is it too late? Absolutely. It's never too late. In fact, mentally stimulating a senior cat with short training exercises based on commands and rewards is a great way to keep them active and healthy. The learning might be a little slower, but their ability doesn't disappear. Question 9. My cat responds to my partner's voice but ignores mine. Why? It's almost certainly a matter of tone, as we discussed in point 3. Often, female voices are naturally higher pitched and more musical, a register that cats find more pleasant and less threatening. Try deliberately using a sweeter, higher pitched tone of voice and see if their reaction changes. Question 10. If I have multiple cats, do they know who I'm calling, or do they all turn around? Recent studies have shown that cats in multi-cat households not only recognize their own name, but also the names of the other cats they live with. So yes, they know exactly who you're talking to, even if they all turn around just in case. You never know when a treat might appear. So, does your cat understand you? Yes, but in their own way. They understand your bond, your intentions, your routines, and the emotions that come through in the tone of your voice. Learning to communicate effectively isn't about teaching them English. It's about us becoming a little bilingual by learning to use the channels they are predisposed to understand: tone, routine, consistency, and body language. Now, I'm incredibly curious to hear your stories. Beyond these, what is that one secret word, sound, or phrase that only works with your cat and that no one else would understand? Write it in the comments below. Let's create a great dictionary of feline quirks together. If you enjoyed this journey into the mind of a cat, please support our work with a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our next guides. Thank you for being with me. I'll see you in the next video.